What's up, everyone? This is time to wrestle with Suplexis. I'm Suplexis, and today is part 2 of the Royal Rumble 2024 fantasy booking. Last time we had the end is clear, and now the end is clearer. As in this part of the video, part 2 of the Royal Rumble series, which is a conglomerate of the entire WrestleMania 40 booking. It is a small portion of that, but is very important. But today we do part 2, and part 2 will cover the Women's Royal Rumble match, and will cover the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. This is gonna be a long one. Without further ado, let's get started, and we got the Women's Royal Rumble match. And let's get into it, but there's nothing here. There's nothing here. That's kind of strange. But I'll show you why right now. It is because I will be going through the entire Royal Rumble. If you missed part 1, I said I'd be going through the Royal Rumble, and I'm keeping that promise. So let's get started. So, entrant number 1. They lay down the ground rules. 30 women, 1 winner over the top rope. Battle Royal like system, except they come out one at a time. And the winner main events WrestleMania. So, the first entrant to come out is, drumroll, it is Asuka. And number 2 is Bianca Belair. And these two go at it in the beginning, and this has like Night of Champions written all over it, but Bianca Belair, she gets the upper hand in this, and they have a little mini match for a few minutes. And then number 3 is Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green comes out and immediately goes under the ring. Because Chelsea Green, she sees these two women kicking each other's asses. She's like, I want none of this. So, Asuka and Bianca continue fighting, having a mini match within the Rumble until number 4 comes out. The Disruptor. The Disruptor. Piper Niven. So she enters the match and she cleans house, hitting power moves on Bianca Belair and Asuka. And Bianca Belair and Asuka, though, they form a temporary alliance and they go after Piper Niven, and eventually they throw her through the middle rope. So remember, you're only eliminated when you go over the top rope, so Piper Niven is not eliminated yet. But while they're boasting about their accomplishment of throwing Piper Niven out, all of a sudden Chelsea Green appears and tries to eliminate them. And then Bianca Belair, she's getting targeted by Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is going after her more than Asuka. But out of nowhere, Bianca Belair counters a clothesline and KODs her out of the ring. Chelsea Green is not eliminated because on the outside, Piper Niven catches Chelsea Green, so both of them are still in the match. And this continues to happen over and over. Chelsea Green gets back in, gets thrown out, Piper Niven catches her, but all of a sudden, Bayley makes a run in and she chop blocks Piper Niven's leg, which results in both of them being eliminated. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are eliminated because Bayley chop blocks Piper Niven on the outside while she's busy catching Chelsea Green. So, anyways, after this, Bailey tries to distract Bianca Belair to help Asuka out, but she eats a KOD and disappears. The next person to come out at number 5 is Kairi Sane, the second half of the Kabuki Warriors, along with Asuka. And basically, the Kabuki Warriors dominate Bianca Belair for a while. And they hit all their power moves, insane elbows, Asuka locks, the kicks, the sniff shots, until number 6 comes out. Nia Jax. And Nia Jax comes out to even the odds with Bianca Belair. And they go after the Kabuki Warriors. However, this alliance quickly ends when Nia Jax takes out Bianca Belair. Not out of the Rumble, she just takes her out with some power moves like Samoan drops. So, anyways, number 7, Nia Jax is standing tall in the Rumble match. But who comes out? Who stands up to her? But Beth Phoenix, making a shocking return. Beth Phoenix comes out and faces Nia Jax, and they have a hoss fight. Power moves. Beth even hits a glam slam on Nia Jax, and they are trying to eliminate each other constantly. And Bianca Belair and the Kabuki Warriors, they recognize this. So they form a temporary alliance and eliminate both women. And Nia Jax and Beth Phoenix are eliminated. And then after this, the 2-on-1 with Kabuki Warriors and Bianca Belair continues. Now at number 8, we have the ballsy badass Shotzi Blackheart. And with Mia Yim, they come out. And then Shotzi and Bianca, they team up on the Kabuki Warriors because they're partners in War Games. They still got a little unfinished business, you know. But then, however, Bailey comes out to take out Mia Yim, who's accompanied Shotzi to the ring. And then, based off the distraction, because Shotzi's distracted, the Kabuki Warriors eliminate Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi Blackheart is now eliminated, and Bailey gets cheers in the ring, and they are all ready to take it out on Bianca Belair. But then the countdown starts going down. They are cocky. They are so confident. It's a 3-on-1. What is there that anyone could do? Who could stop them? Number 9. Sasha Banks makes her shocking return to the WWE. And she comes out and immediately looks at Bailey. They have unfinished business from Hell in a Cell 2020. And Sasha Banks intimidates Bailey and tells her to get out. And Bailey obliges because she is scared. And then Sasha and Bianca side by side, former WrestleMania main event opponents. They are gonna fight the Kabuki Warriors. Wait a minute. Sasha Banks blindsides Bianca Belair. And then all three, Kairi Sane, Asuka, and Sasha Banks, team up on Bianca. But the looming question here, Sasha's return is a big deal, but the looming question is, why did she tell Bailey to go backstage? That is the question. But anyways, they team up on Bianca with the chairs. They make her bleed. They put her in pain like no one's ever seen before. And then Sasha Banks, to put the exclamation point on this whole conflict, she puts the damage control armband on, and she is officially in damage control. And then, though Sasha Banks, she recognizes Bianca as her enemy. She hates her, right, for stealing the WrestleMania main event, for stealing all these opportunities, and she tries to eliminate Bianca Belair. But the Kabuki Warriors, they say not yet. They don't tell her to eliminate her yet. But then number 10 comes out to help Bianca Belair, and it is the man, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch comes out and helps Bianca Belair. They fought at a WrestleMania 2, so this is pretty cool. And the fighting continues. They go at it. This is a pretty cool team, I think it'd be. But anyways, number 11 comes out. And to even the odds for the faces, it is NXT's Roxanne Perez. And Roxanne comes out with the baby faces, and basically they go at it with damage control. No huge event happens here. And then number 13, number 12 comes out, and it is Raquel Rodriguez. And Raquel comes out. Oh, sorry, my bad. And she once again makes her move, giving Tahana bombs. And she shows her back like she always does. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos of everyone in the Rumble match, Sasha Banks eliminates Roxanne Perez. Now the next entrant is Zoe Stark, and she comes out and takes it to the Kabuki Warriors. But then another thing that happened, so Zoe Stark is giving her offense. I just came in the Rumble. I have offense momentum. You know it if you've seen it. But then, meanwhile, in the back, since the faces have the upper hand over the heels, Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, they get their focus taken off, and they have a lot of face-offs. Because even though Becky came out to help Bianca Belair, there's still some tension from their matches. There's still a little tension. But constantly, they get interrupted. They try to fight so many times, but they get interrupted. Now let's turn our attention back to the next entrant. Zoe Stark is cleaning house still until number 14 comes out. Who could it be? Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus comes from behind the ring by the announce table and eliminates Zoe Stark. Sweet revenge for Trish Stratus from Payback, but she eliminates Zoe Stark. And then number 15 comes out. It's Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox comes out. She's ready to make an impact. She's ready. She's prepared. But then all of a sudden, Dominic Mysterio's music plays. And he tries to tempt Becky Lynch into attacking him. Remember from part 1, we had Rhea Ripley knock Becky Lynch out. By this time, however, Becky Lynch has recovered, obviously, as she is in the Rumble match. She is back, she is ready. But Dominic Mysterio doesn't forget, okay? He tries to distract Becky Lynch. And it works, because Bianca Belair soups Becky, but Becky Lynch, she barely hangs on, and she looks confused to Bianca Belair, and there's even more heated tension, but it finally explodes, and they fight we all get the match in the Rumble that we want. So, anyways, they fight, and number 16 is Natalia. And Natalia comes out, she's ready to fight. She is so ready. But then all of a sudden, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green come out and attack her. So Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, who won the tag titles, let's say on the day one edition of Raw. They beat uh, wait uh, Katana Chance and Caden Carter. They beat them for the tag titles in the rematch, and the feud's back on essentially at this point with Natalia and Tegan Knox. So they take out Natalia before she can make it to the ring, so she is not in the Rumble match. That is why it is all red on the outside. So, anyways, that happens, and then Tegan Knox, she is worried about her friend Natalia getting beat up, but all of a sudden she gets eliminated. So both of them have gotten eliminated because of the tag champs, sparking a new rivalry. Or rejuvenating our rivalry, I suppose. And then number 17 comes out, and it's the returning Lita. And Lita comes out, and she enters the match, and she teams up with Becky Lynch. Perhaps she has a face-off with Trish Stratus. Oh, my bad. That was supposed to be black. But she has a face-off with Trish Stratus. And soon she teams up with Becky Lynch. Lita teams up with Becky Lynch, and together, with the power of friendship or something, they eliminate the newest member of Damage Control in a surprise elimination. Sasha Banks is eliminated from the Royal Rumble match. So, anyways, the chaos keeps erupting in this Rumble match, this amazing Rumble match. And then number 18 comes out. And who is it but the former NXT Women's Champion, the person who lost the title to Becky Lynch at No Mercy 2023, Tiffany Stratton. She comes down and she shows how good she is to all of the main roster fans, doing the swatons, doing the moonsaults, all that stuff. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos of the Rumble match, so she's going at it, Tiffany Stratton, she's going at it with a Becky Lynch. They go at it, just like NXT. Meanwhile, Bianca Belair, she shockingly eliminates Lita from the Royal Rumble match. I guess it wouldn't be as surprising as Sasha, but might still be surprising. So, anyway, she eliminates her, but then Becky Lynch, she takes notice, and she gets even more angry at Bianca Belair. She gets infuriated that she would do this to her hero Lita. But then number 19 comes out, so tensions rise between them even more. Number 19 comes out. It is the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler comes out, and meanwhile, Becky Lynch eliminates Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton had a great showing in the Royal Rumble match. She showed off all of her moves. She did all of the stunts, but Becky Lynch still has her number. And after a mini match, she eliminated her. But then, so everything's going smoothly in the Rumble match. After this, just normal eliminations. all of a sudden, Rhea Ripley appears in the ring from the crowd. She runs in the ring and she fights Becky Lynch. Nobody has any idea what's going on. She fights Becky Lynch, but then Bianca Belair sees this injustice and she attacks Rhea Ripley because she's not in the match. But then Bianca Belair goes for a clothesline on Rhea Ripley, but instead Rhea Ripley dodges and she nails Becky Lynch with that clothesline and eliminates her from the Royal Rumble match. Nobody could believe it because of Rhea Ripley. Becky's dreams have been dashed. And then after this, Rhea Ripley goes on to sprint up the ramp and she laughs at Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. Could this be a future storyline? You'll have to wait and see. So, anyways, now we are approaching the 20s. And the next entrant is Lyra Valkyria, the current NXT Women's Champion, who in fact dethroned Becky Lynch, but they had respect after the match. So as Becky's walking up, she looks at her and she tells her to win the Royal Rumble for her. Meanwhile, in the ring, I should also note Shayna Baszler's on a tear in the Rumble match since entering, and she eliminates Trish Stratus after destroying her for 5 minutes straight. So, Lyra goes after Bianca Belair because Becky respected her. She's fighting for Becky. She's going after Bianca Belair. And then we get to number 21. The leader, as it appears, at least on the outside, of Damage Control. Bayley comes out. And she is looking happy. She's got Asuka in the match. She's got Kairi Sane in the match. Everything's on her side. In fact, there are 7 people in the match, and 3 of them are Damage Control. That's very good for Bayley. So she comes out to help the Kabuki Warriors, and they eventually eliminate Raquel Rodriguez from the Royal Rumble match. And then they go on to beat up Lyra, they beat up Shayna, they beat up Bianca, until number 22 comes out. One of the former women's tag team champions who beat Chelsea and Piper Niven but lost it back to them. Katana Chance comes out and she has her Kofi spots. And the Kofi Kingston spots in the match. He almost gets eliminated. Katana Chance could do that stuff. So she has her Kofi spot in the match. I'll give that. But then eventually Damage Control, they eliminate Katana Chance from the Royal Rumble match. So then we get to number 23. And it is Maxine Dupree. So she comes out and helps the faces against Damage Control. But yeah, she helps and they go after Damage Control. It's not the biggest name, obviously, Maxine Dupree, but she's still in the match. 30 people, So number 24 comes out, and it is the returning Rowdy Ronda Rousey. She comes out, returns for one time only, I should mention. This isn't a new contract being signed, but she helps the baby faces. So then number 25 comes out, And it is surprisingly the returning Dakota Kai. She comes out and the heels all fight back. So after this, Bianca Belair eliminates Lyra Valkyria after Lyra tries to run at Bianca, but Bianca ducks. So she eliminates Lyra Valkyria. So the next entrant in the match, or actually following this, Bianca Belair turns her attention to Bayley and she tries to eliminate her. And Bayley is struggling against her, but there's a tiny little detail. So it seems like Bianca's about to eliminate Bayley. She's overpowering her as Bianca does to Bayley every single time. Bayley's never beaten Bianca, so she tries to overpower her. But there is a little subtle detail where she is trying to eliminate her. Dakota Kai stands up, but she doesn't help Bayley. So it is very confusing at this point. So, anyways, that happens. It's kind of brushed aside. Michael Cole might make a small mention of it, but it's kind of brushed aside. Just a subtle detail, you know? There's a subtle detail. So, anyways, number 26 comes out, and it is Cora Jade. And she gets some offense, but again, damage control. They're too powerful in this Rumble match. They eliminate Cora Jade. They've almost been the one constant in this match. And Bianca Belair. You know? But anyways, number 27 comes out. And it's Kaden Carter, the other half of the former women's tag team champions, along with Katana Chance. She comes out, and the faces look strong over the heels as Bianca Belair eliminates Dakota Kai. That's one person out from damage control. The cracks are kind of starting to show, you could say. But, anyways, they look strong. And afterwards, Shayna Baszler eliminates Ronda Rousey. And I'd have them have a little mini match because SummerSlam sucked. Let's be honest here. So, anyways, I believe at this point, yes, the heels are outnumbered. So, at number 28, NXT's Blair Davenport comes out and forms a temporary alliance with Damage Control as they eliminate two people. And Blair Davenport, I'd have her eliminate them. So they eliminate Kaden Carter and they eliminate Maxine Dupree. So both of them get eliminated. And now we are at number 29. It is Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega comes out and gets some offense. Talks about Backlash in Puerto Rico, probably. But, anyways, let's get to the big one. Number 30. The former AEW superstar wrestler Jade Cargill. And she absolutely cleans house. I'm telling you. She eliminates Zelina Vega's gone. Blair Davenport's gone. Even Shayna Baszler, she puts up a good fight, but she's gone. And all of a sudden, 3 people are eliminated. and we are down to 5 in the Royal Rumble match. And then Jade Cargill goes on to woman handle, damage control, and Bianca Belair. However, eventually, even though Jade's doing everything they could, once again, Bianca's gotta form a temporary alliance with damage control. Bianca Belair's not even enough to eliminate Jade Cargill. She tries, she fails. The Kabuki tries, they fail. Damage control tries, they fail. So, anyways, all of them have to make the alliance, and eventually, by doing what Michael Cole loves, coexisting, they eliminate Jade Cargill. She is out of the Women's Rumble match. But now, we are down to 4. Kairi Sane. She was thrown out of WWE. She's been making a name for herself in Japan, and she deserves this title shot. She deserves that WrestleMania main event. We have Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow, the inaugural Royal Rumble winner. She won the first Royal Rumble, and now she wants to be the first to win a second Royal Rumble. Another first on Asuka's career. Bianca Belair, she has 2 matches that would suit her well. She could either take revenge on Io Sky, or she could go after Rhea Ripley after what happened in the Royal Rumble match. And then we have Bayley. Bayley has been the leader of Damage Control. She is like 2 horsewomen have won the Rumble match, but she has never done it. And Bayley is the only horsewoman to never main event a WrestleMania. All of them have big stakes, but now let's get down to it. So, Damage Control, they team up on the battered Bianca Belair. They go for a beatdown on her. They are taking her out. But as they're doing this, it slowly gets to their head a bit, you know? They start toying with Bianca Belair instead of taking it seriously. They're not taking it seriously enough, you know? So, anyways, at the end of the beatdown, Asuka, ever cocky, dancing around the ring, she goes for a kick on Bianca Belair. It's as if time stops as Asuka inadvertently kicks Bayley in the head. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And Bianca Belair takes advantage of this and hits a KOD on Kairi Sane, a KOD on Bayley, and finally a KOD on Asuka. And it is nuts. She is fired up. But then Kairi Sane, all of a sudden, she goes for a clothesline on Bianca Belair. But Bianca Belair, she counters. Kairi Sane is out of the Royal Rumble match. She then goes to take out Asuka, but Bayley takes the clothesline for Asuka, showing that she will take all the bullets, just like War Games. But then Bianca Belair, she is shocked by this. She turns around. Oh no! Asuka goes for a kick, but Bianca Belair, she hurls Asuka over. Oh my god! 2 people are eliminated from the Royal Rumble match. We are down to 2. Bayley versus Bianca Belair. We've seen this match so many times, but we are seeing it perhaps the most important one, because this is an opportunity to achieve immortality in the WWE. So, anyways, Bayley goes at it with Bianca Belair, but the thing is, Bailey, she's had offense. She's done all of these things. But in the end, Bianca Belair, she is similar to John Cena regarding the women's division. So Bailey gives it everything she's got. Like, because Bailey, she's used to being with the damage control. This is unfamiliar territory for Bailey. She gives it everything she's got. While Bianca Belair, she goes for everything. She puts Bailey on the top rope. And she has her in the KOD position on top. This has never been done before. Avalanche KOD. She's beaten everyone with normal KODs, never this. She goes for it, but all of a sudden, Bailey, something happens. Something happens. We are in the final four now. Something happens to Bailey after seeing Kairi Sane get eliminated. After seeing Asuka get eliminated. Something happens to Bailey. Something clicks, and all of a sudden, she counters it into an avalanche Bailey to belly. And both of them stagger to their feet. And holy shit! Bailey clotheslines Bianca Belair out of the ring to win the Royal Rumble match. Bailey is going to WrestleMania. Bianca Belair is now eliminated. And Bailey, she gets to go to WrestleMania. This is amazing. They planned this out. Damage control. They planned this out, right? So, damage control. They come out to congratulate Bailey. And everything is all good. Bailey is so happy. The plan is coming together. The Kabuki Warriors. They will fight. And they will win the women's tag titles, just like Bailey said. Io Sky is still the women's champion, just like she said. Now she'll fight Rhea Ripley. But then, damage control, suddenly, they turn on Bailey. What? They beat her up. And this is nuts. Was it because Bailey, like, do they think she was to blame for Asuka and Kairi getting eliminated? She took all these bullets for them. She helped them out. What was it? Was it because she did all these things, she messed up their plan? Or is it out of jealousy? Is it something deeper? Is someone else the leader of damage control? Has Bailey been getting, like, brainwashed this entire time? Has she been the enemy? Are they scared? Who knows? But they beat her up. However, after this, the Royal Rumble goes to commercial to advertise the chamber, but then we come back. And Bailey She's being interviewed, and she lets it all out. This is what Bailey would say, by the way. Why would they do this to me? I brought them in. I formed damage control to elevate Io Sky and Dakota Kai. I brought them into SummerSlam. Yeah, I gave them everything. I gave them the tag title. I helped Io qualify for Money in the Bank. At SummerSlam, I took the bullet for Io Sky so she could win the women's world title. I've done all of these things. I've done all of these things for them. Why did they turn on me? You know what? I I know exactly what it is. They're scared of me. They're scared of me. Look, look. Uh, I guess I can't hold it in anymore. Look, I put up with all this crap. They brought in Kairi Sane. They know I put Kairi Sane on the shelf. They know what happened in 2020 when I took her out. They know I costed Asuka the women's championship at one time. They know I've done all those things. Heck, I helped Io Sky beat Asuka to retain the women's title. You know what? I brought you in. I brought all of you in. You were fired. You were fired. If it wasn't for me, you might not have a job, okay? I did everything for you. I bent over backwards for you. I did everything I could until I couldn't do anything more. I took bullets for you in War Games. Hell, I took bullets for you tonight in the Rumble match. I wanted all of us to win. If they think that I wanted myself to win, if they think I put my objectives ahead of myself, that makes me sick. Uh, And then the interviewer after this says, "So, what's your decision?" "My decision? Io Sky, I'll see you at WrestleMania, and I'm gonna put your selfish, conniving, spoiled brat self out of all this fame you've been getting. I'm gonna take that burden of being the champion off of you. I'm gonna win that title. I'm gonna be a champion everyone could be proud of. I'll see you at WrestleMania, Io Sky. And I'll see Damage Control very soon." And then after the break, Michael Cole, he announces the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania is official. It will be Io Sky defending the WWE Women's Championship against Bailey in the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania. So, anyways, after that crazy angle, after all that betrayal, it is time for the second last match of the night. Roman Reigns defending against Randy Orton, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. And the story here, Randy Orton, he got put on the shelf in 2022 by the Bloodline, and he is back for vengeance on the Bloodline, and he is back to take the title from Roman Reigns. And on New Year's Revolution SmackDown, which I cannot wait. That might be a future video. I cannot wait. But anyways, Randy Orton, he outlasts LA Knight and AJ Styles, and he wins the opportunity to fight Roman Reigns. However, after the match, Solo Sikoa comes out, but then Cody Rhodes appears and takes out Solo Sikoa. And Randy and Roman, they get in a brawl, but at the end of the show, Randy Orton hits a RKO through the announce table, holds the title above his head to signal his intentions. So, anyways, at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, they put on an awesome match, but in the end, Roman Reigns retains the championship. So, you could have the bloodline get involved, but that finish is redundant. And seen as Roman Reigns is most likely going to headline WrestleMania, I would have him beat Randy Orton clean. I would be okay with that. I would have that happen because these finishes are getting redundant and we want to have the fans have high expectations going into Mania. I think this would be okay. It'd be a big statement on Roman's belt. And for a later development in the night in part 3, this will matter. But with that being said, I am done with part 2 of the Royal Rumble. The end is clearer. But now, part 3, the Royal Rumble match. The men's Royal Rumble match, sorry. Who will main event night 2 of WrestleMania? Find out in the next video. This has been Suplexis. Enjoy.